Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in on this Saturday, February 26th day. I just want to go ahead and do a tribute to my dad. 6 years ago today, he passed away. Keep in mind, you know, life is something that I don't take for granted, especially right after I lost him. And I have a guest with me. You all know who she is. She's been here numerous amount of times. Jan from New York City Saves Money. I'm going to go ahead and bring her in, and we'll go from there. Hi, Janet. How are you?
Hi, Steve. Thank you so much for having me
Mhm.
on this very special day of tribute in celebration of the life of your dad.
You're welcome. No problem. Um, I just want to. I'm going to rewind. February 26th started out just like any other day. Just like everything's good. Have your coffee, watch TV, wake up, conversate, all of the good stuff. Well, right around 8:30, quarter to 9, my dad starts feeling something in his back. He couldn't get comfortable. And then the next thing I know, he gets cold. He's laying on the floor, covered in a sleeping bag. He starts throwing up. He becomes very weak. And when he needed to go use the bathroom, at the time we were in an RV. He had to crawl to the bathroom. I had to help him to go to the restroom. That's what I was there for. Keep in mind, I am a firm believer in this. Mom and dad raise us as we're babies and all of that, clothe us, feed us, bathe us. But God knew what He was doing because guess what? Mom and dad don't stay that age forever. They become older and then they wind up needing our help back in return. So the tables switch. And I helped him out. And, he wasn't feeling good. He started to break out in a sweat. And he said, Steve, I need you to call an ambulance. Okay. So I do that. And then about 20 minutes later, because keep in mind, the hospital was only one street over from where we lived, but it was a little bit of a distance. It wasn't exactly go out, turn right, and you're there. It was a little bit of a drive. I would say it was about uh, maybe a 4 to 5 mile drive one way just to get to the hospital, give or take. I don't I don't know exactly. They took my dad on a stretcher. They put him on in the ambulance. They took him. He was right around 11ish, and I jump in my car and I go to the hospital. But keep in mind, by the time I got out on the road, they were already gone. They got their snap of a finger. I don't know how fast they went, but it doesn't matter. I was doing I was probably doing about 85, maybe approaching 90 miles an hour down Main Street here in Jacksonville, US 1, which is really what I have out here. It's a part of it, but further up, back up that way. I'm doing about 85, 90 to get to the hospital in a 45 mile an hour road to get to the hospital. And I don't like the way the hospital treated me. I'll tell you why. What are they doing to me? They're bouncing me around from room to room to room to room. So when I get there, they wanted to talk to me. I went into this, opened a door, went in, went right, sat in a room. and they started asking me questions about my father. Okay, I answered them the best that I knew how. I think I did exceptionally well. I go back and sit outside. Then they tell me to go in through that door again, sit in a room. Okay, sit in that room. Now I'm back outside again in the law in the waiting room. What they did is they bounced me around. They played musical chairs with me from room to room to room to room. And then finally, somewhere about 2 o'clock or 1:30, they said, "Well, we're going to have your dad go down to the main hospital downtown, and he'll go to intensive care." All right, great. I thought, okay, dad's got a possibility. That's all good and well. And the next thing, I'm back in the musical chair world again. Here, there. All right. Then they come up and say, about a half hour, 45 minutes later, your dad's taken a turn for the worst. He's not gone yet, but he took a turn for the worst. Back in the room. And then, I don't know, another half hour, 45 minutes. I can't remember exactly the time. My mind was going 100 miles an hour in one spot, so I can't really, and a lot of it in certain little small gray areas of that day is not very vivid in my head, so I can't exactly think back. The doctor comes to me. We did all we could do. We can't. We tried to give him, pulmonary, the CPR. They did everything. Couldn't get a pulse. Okay. I myself, when my father was in there, when I got there, I would have liked to have seen my father alive at least one more time. They wouldn't let me do that, even if it was just for 2 minutes, just to be there. No. Then what do? Of course, I burst out crying. I didn't know what to do. I cried like a baby. They got the chaplain. The chaplain took me to where my dad was. I looked down with him passed away on a hospital bed. That's my last image of my father. Looking at all I can do, since I'm Catholic religion, all I can do is Father, Son, Holy Spirit, do the kiss, put it on his forehead, crying like a baby. And the only thing out of my mouth, the last thing I ever told him is I said, "You go be with Mom now." That's the last thing I told him. I'm sure by that point his spirit had already left his body. But so, it's been 6 years. I do miss him. I wish they were still here. Like I said, when you lose a parent, you're never the same. It's like a void that gets washed away. Or you wind, I should say, you wind up with a void, and that void could never be refilled, no matter what, because no matter how old you are, 10, 30, 45, 65, 80, you always want your parents.
Yes.
And you can vouch for that. I know you can as well.
Oh, totally.
Because of you've had. So I wanted to come on, at least say those words. And my dad's been around. He let me know in a roundabout way. Yesterday, his birthday's July 22nd. I look at the clock. I see 07:22. This was yesterday. I'll tell you another quick story. So I'm coming back. I went and put gas in my car yesterday morning. I'm coming back. I turn left onto Phillips Highway US 1, which is Main Street, but down here, I'm in Jacksonville. And a song starts playing. It's by the group Nazareth. I know everybody knows who Nazareth is if you're from the 70s. Hair of the Dog, Love Hurts. But this song starts playing. And I subconsciously, in a subconscious backhanded slapping kind of way, this song starts playing. I listened to it. I said, "Oh my gosh." I said, "I've been trying to find this song for ages." Little did I know it was from a group that I knew. And the song that was playing was by Nazareth. It's called Holiday. And my dad had it recorded on his reel to reel when I was a small little boy.
Wow.
Because back my dad, and I've been doing that on a social media platform. I've been, not downloading, but I've been posting a lot of his favorite songs. Um, but my dad, musically, he didn't care if it had a good sound, it had a good beat. He didn't care. It could have been rock, it could have been opera, it could have been jazz. It didn't matter if it had a good disco, whatever. If it had a good sound, he liked it.
That's
There was
awesome.
no he didn't discriminate when it came to music. As a matter of fact, neither did my mom. I don't discriminate when it comes to music. I can listen to just about anything. Just about anything. So and that's pretty much.
And I want to thank your dad for serving the military. Very,
Yeah,
very wonderful thing. Thank you so much. I hope
yeah,
he's listening to me. We appreciate you.
yeah. My dad, I'll gladly give his military background. I know it backwards and forwards and sideways. He actually started out. He went into the National Guards for about 6 months. Then, when he graduated high school in 1957, he went in the military, and he stayed in the military until July of '60. He got out, and he tried to find, everyday normal jobs like everybody else did. And he went through so many jobs. He must have went through 20 jobs between '60 and the time he basically went back in the military in March of '62. When he went back in the military, he reenlisted in 1962. He got stationed over in Sigonella, Sicily. And if you've seen the picture that I've used and Janet has used with the mountain behind her in that town, that's Catania, Sicily. And Sigonella, the base, is not too far from there. While he was there, he met my mom about April, May. And started out as friends. I mean, you start out as friends before things go further. It's the best way to be. And they eventually got married in August of '63. And my sister was born over there, November 23rd, '63. Then, in the middle of '65, he leaves Sicily. He goes to Meridian, Mississippi, stationed from '65 to '67. Then they left there, and that's when my dad went aboard the ship, and that was during the Vietnam era. So when people had asked him, "Were you in Vietnam?" he says, "I was there, and I wasn't there because he's on the ship." In that time frame, my mom, my sister, Newport, Rhode Island, '67 to '69. Then he gets off the ship. And then around August or September of '69, he gets sent to the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Then he's there from '69 to December 31, '72. They leave there, they go back to Catania or Sigonella, December 31, '72, January '73. He was there until December 31. He was there until December 31, '76. I was born during that period. So me and my sister were born in the same city. From what I understand, not the same hospital, but I think the hospital that I was born in and what she was born in, I believe might have been in close proximity, but I don't know the exact details on that. Then he leaves there December 31, '76, January 1, '77, goes to Rota, Spain. And then, of course, you guys know about my condition. I got diagnosed. Dad submitted to put in his retirement papers August 5, '78. Well, he was scheduled to get out August 5, 79. And my dad knew his stuff when it came to the military. They couldn't let him out. Sorry, we can't let you out. We're going to stick another 6-month operational hold on you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so now we're at February of 80. Okay. No, can't let you out. Another 6 months. Now we're at, yeah. Now we're at August of 1980. Can't let you out. Finally, February 28, 1981, 2 days from now. Also, my dad's father's birthday. He had the opportunity to get out of the Navy. What that did in turn is it gave him a little bit more on his retirement check because he made more in military retirement pay for
Right.
an E6 than most did. Most E6s either get 50, 52 and a half, or 55. Dad got 60. He got a little bit more money.
Wow. All that
So,
service for us. Amazing.
boy, that is my dad's complete, full history of his military. And like I said, I know it backwards and forwards. But I didn't come about until when he went back to Catania. Keep in mind, Sigonella is right there. So I didn't really see a whole lot of my dad's military career because I came in on the tail end. My sister was the one that had
Yeah.
the chance to see more of it. So in any case, that's my dad. He did 24 years in the U.S. Navy. He was a yeoman, petty officer, first class. But day for day, he did 22 years and 7 months. It counted as 24. So that's the history of my dad.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing everything.
You're welcome. All right. Well, did you want to throw anything in, or you?
From as you know, Steve and I have been friends for a number of years, over 5 years, almost 6 years practically, and not a day goes by that I didn't hear a wonderful, positive, absolutely wonderful story about his dad. And you know what, Steve? Even though we miss our folks, they left their thumbprint on us forever. And that could never be taken away. Neither could the great memories.
Mm-hmm.
And if
That's
we
right.
could just all of us hold on to that, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So thank you again.
You're welcome. And again, bottom line, as you all know, when our loved ones pass, when it's our time, we will rejoin. So,
That's right.
and I do believe that they are in a better place. I really do. But especially in the case of when you lose a spouse, because when you lose a spouse, like my dad did when I lost my mom in 2005, and of course you lost your dad in 78. So that distance, the spouse is never the same because your best friend's not there around anymore. It changes the whole picture. So
changes it all.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. I'm glad you guys could tune in this afternoon. And like I said, I will have a special upload go up tomorrow, probably about 2:00. So be on the lookout for that. I think you'll be interested in it. And then, of course, my Recipe Tuesday at 6 a.m. So be on the watch for that. So have a good day, everyone. And we will see you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.